Welcome back to the Accessibility Quick Audit series. I'm Jen Harries from the Easy Alley Guide, and in this video, I'll cover how to check a website for a privacy policy and an accessible cookie consent. You want to check for a privacy policy as most websites are legally required to have them. And you want to check for an accessible cookie banner because websites, in many cases, have inaccessible ones. If a website has an inaccessible cookie consent, then the person cannot legally consent, which means you are probably violating several laws, and that can get you in some legal hot water. First, we're going to look at the privacy policy. We are going to check that one exists by looking for the word privacy, generally found in the website's footer. Then we are going to use the keyboard to navigate to the privacy policy page. Once we are there, we're going to look for two items. The first is going to be the last updated date, and the second will be contact information. These two pieces of information are required by most privacy laws, and if they are missing, then likely the website has a subpar privacy policy. This particular check can be done by someone with limited training in accessibility testing. If you can't find the link, then you'll mark it as a content failure. Similarly, if you find the policy, but the updated date or the contact information is missing, you'll also want to mark that as a content failure and suggest that they get their privacy policy reviewed by an International Association of Privacy Professionals, or IAPP, lawyer, or get their policy generated by an appropriate privacy policy generator. I personally use Termageddon. Next, we'll look for cookie consent. Not all websites have them, and even if they do have them, they aren't always presented to all visitors. For example, I'm in Maryland in the United States, and there aren't currently any laws which require me to see a cookie consent banner, so a website may have one, but may not display it to me. If I don't find one, then I just note that none was found, and therefore I didn't find any issues with it. If the cookie consent does exist, then it is normally a modal window or overlay. So it should be the first item that I reach via keyboard navigation, since it is on top of or blocking content that is below it. And if I can't see content, if I can't reach content, then that is a clear violation of WCAG, or the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines. So let's take a look at a couple of examples of testing these two items. Here we are on UsableNet again. I'm going to the website footer. Once I'm in the website footer, I'm going to use my mouse, and I'm going to just click down here. That will set my keyboard focus into my footer. Next, I hit the Tab key, and that gives me keyboard navigation. I go to the privacy policy, and I will press Return on my keyboard to visit that link. The first thing I'm looking for is a last updated date. Good news. It's right here at the top of the page, and it tells me exactly when it was last updated. The next thing I'm going to do is search for contact information. So to do this, I'm just going to do a find on the page on the word contact. And since it's a privacy policy, it uses the word contact a lot. So I keep going until I find what I'm looking for. And here we have contact information. We welcome your comments or questions about this policy. You may contact us at the email address. And that's what we're expecting to see. So I would mark this website as privacy policy found and note issues with the privacy policy. Now we are going to check cookie consent. I am going to visit the Termageddon website because here I have a nice cookie consent. Now I'm going to test for cookie consent. Here I'm going to put my cursor into the URL bar. Then I am going to hit Tab on the keyboard. I see a skip to content link. And then I am now in the privacy settings modal region where I have my cookie consent. So the first thing I can see that is telling me about my privacy settings. I can get to the nice close box if I just want to dismiss this. I can access the marketing, the functional, different cookies. I can see the different settings. I can save them. I can deny. I can accept all. I can basically go through and do whatever I would like. And if I want to, I can just close it by hitting return. And it goes away. And it's gone now. So that is what I'm looking for. The fact that I can reach it quickly by the keyboard, that I can navigate it by the keyboard, and that I can get rid of it by the keyboard. If I was not able to quickly interact with the cookie consent, then I would mark that as a failure. If I was not able to reach it at all via the keyboard, then I would mark it up as definitely needing to be replaced. I would mark this failure as website add-on, as it is typically a third-party service that is added to a website. Thanks for watching. I'm Jen Harries from the Easy Alley Guide, where we try to make accessibility easier to implement through done-for-you services, tools, and processes. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps our channel. You can subscribe to our channel for more accessibility tips and to be notified when new videos are released. For more information on web accessibility, including services, tutorials, and more, please visit easyalleyguide.com. Thank you so much again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.